From Brighton in East Sussex and the number 2 seed, Bigger Brother.
Crowd favourites with little Joe and Ellie Watts on board.
It's been a long time coming, but the path starts again here. Last time we got number 2, second place. This is the first battle, 4 robots, Reptilion, the Carrot, as I like to call it, and Major Tom. Any of those pose problems?
Hang on, Major Tom was our partners in the tag team.
Forget about the past. Forget about the past. Forget about the past. Stop being so nice. They made of blue.
It's flipping toss-tastic, mate. A nightmare in metal, so say the Watts family. Indestructible with a huge CO2 flipper. Only Razor in the grand final could beat this in the last series.
From Turner's Hill in West Sussex, Killer Carrot 2.
Couldn't see in the dark, but could it be left rooted to the spot here?
You are the vegetables.
We are the dangerous vegetables.
Oh, sorry, dangerous vegetables.
Dangerous vegetables.
I must get that right, mustn't I? What's special about the Killer Carrot?
What's special about the Killer Carrot?
Dangerous vegetables. We love it. Well done.
It's lasted a long time. It's been bashed about and it still keeps on going.
An invertible steel chassis with Lexan aluminium armour, 14-inch bale spike and flipper lifter, but slow, not much pushing power, and the armour is thin and flimsy.
From Minster in Kent, Major Tom.
Back for a third wars, never been beyond the heats.
Hello, nice to have you back. These old friends, but some new, some old. How's the robot bearing up? Some very old. I'm not that old. How's the robot bearing up?
Very well.
Yes?
Bigger than we are. Yeah.
A cut-down 1970s bumper car body with a bubblegum plastic dispenser head, fast with 12-volt Golf Caddy motors, a flywheel weapon, but no self-righting mechanism.
From Fulwood in Preston, Reptilion.
Risen from the Robot Wars swamps, looks prime evil.
Reptilion team, hello and welcome to Robot Wars. We've got a new robot here, Reptilion, and the great thing about this robot is that driving to the pit,
Yeah.
you're going to do an interesting sidestep manoeuvre, which goes along the lines of...
Right, basically, because our wheels are very far apart and because it drives like a tank, we can pull one wheel full reverse and it'll actually spin right around and end up behind the other robot. So we can do a violent spin and actually crash in. And if I can push forward at the right time, when they come at us, because most robots actually come straight at us to attack, we can sidestep backwards, push forward and go into a spin and tear the side out.
Big at 1.5 meters, fast at up to 27 miles an hour, has ripping raptor claws and spikes, but the armor can be axed too easily for me.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the teams then. Killer Carrot on the left, Rob Engelbright the driver, Henry Ryan captains Major Tom. And, oh, goodness me, they're all over the place there together. But anyway, Bigger Brother there, second from the right, is Ian Watts, the driver, and Reptilian's captain Jeff Graham was on the right. And in the arena, for the house robots, there is the mighty Mr. Psycho and Sir Killalot. Have ever two heavier house robots been in the arena together? Let's see who moves first. Well, it's Killer Carrot attacking Major Tom, and at the top of your picture, Bigger Brother immediately making inroads in on Reptilion and shoving it underneath the hammer very nearly of Mr. Psycho. It needs to get out of there, Reptilion. The new boys need to get out of trouble. Major Tom under pressure from Killer Carrot, about to be flipped up and over. It has no streaming. Major Tom, Killer Carrot is... Oh! Down comes the hammer of Mr. Psycho. There goes Major Tom, being twisted and turned. The pit button has been activated. Down goes the pit. Bigger Brother looks very impressive. Beaten by Razor in the grand final last time. Defeated the likes of Hypnodisc and Chaos 2 en route. It was a brilliant Bigger Brother. It's even better this time around. Major Tom, they know they're in trouble. You saw a shot there of Henry Ryan. Bigger Brother looks very effective again, this time taking on Killer Carrot. You can see the floor spinner there, Reptilion on the edge of it. Oh, down comes the hammer on Major Tom. They're not going to get out of there, I don't think. Henry and Arthur and John Morris, the Major Tom team. They're in the right pick, and Reptilian's on the finally in. Jeff Graham couldn't steer it away. They've gone down, Reptilian. Down comes the hammer of Mr. Striker. It's not the quickest around the arena, but when he has you in his sights, oh, that hammer is genuinely awful. The Killer Carrot crew we're seeing there. The back of Adam Engelbright, just 9 years of age. Schoolboy. There's Rob controlling the machine. Major Tom just alive. Killer Carrot dancing the duel with Bigger Brother. Certainly has been the most effective, and that is Major Tom alive. The ref bot thinks no. And he's counting down Major Tom, which is about to go out in the heats for a third time in Robot Wars. Major Tom, your campaign has ended. Bigger Brother, there's little 7-year-old Ellie Watts spinning away from Killer Carrot. We know these two are now through. They need to avoid any more damage, I would have thought. But they want to go out and win this fight, the battle of the school children. Adam, age 9. The Bigger Brother team, Joe, age 9. Ellie, age 7. Down comes the drop zone weaponry. Hardly the most effective this time around. We've seen fridges drop, we've seen washing machines drop. We saw a shower of balls on Major Tom.
Major Tom, stripped of his stripes and demoted to private. Reptilian, the snake, slid into the pit of its own accord. That leaves Killer Carrot and Bigger Brother. They'll be watching you in the next round.
Can I tell you what your problem was?
Go on then.
You picked the wrong robot to pick a fight with.
Yes, that's true.
Joe, I mean, you just went for the biggest robot you could
That's
find,
right,
didn't you?
yeah.
With the biggest mullet.
But we didn't lose our head though, did
You
we?
didn't, that was quite...
Even though he had a big hammer.
It was so close at times, everyone was
I know.
wincing. It was
Considering how many
great fun.
times that thing hit us, there's hardly any damage there
It
at all.
was
really.
great fun to watch, and you did keep going.
Yes.
As well, the robot was still moving,
Yes, it
so
was.
congratulations.
Thank you, Philip.
But also, commiserations. Now, the thing is, come back here. What you don't want to do, or was it just fear?
It was bad driving plus a bit of a problem with the controller. We almost thought we weren't going to go in because one of the engines were staying on a bit, and it's a problem we had earlier in the day. Thought we fixed it with super glue of all things, but yeah, had a few problems. Couldn't keep it quite under control.
Mind, I have seen robots here with sticky tape in them.
Wow.
So at least you didn't use that.
That's true.
And you know, you were talking about earlier the interesting driving manoeuvre whereby you flipped around and got them in from the back.
We were having trouble keeping any semblance of order, let alone pulling that one.
From Runcorn in Cheshire, Derek 2.
Oh, now Derek won the previous model, went out in the first round last time.
Disco Inferno you're up against.
Yeah.
Behemoth. Tridente, which is the new one to
Yeah.
Robot Wars. And that's it, 3.
Yeah.
How's that?
Scary.
Disco Inferno's disc for 1,000 RPM. Yours 3,000 RPM.
It's going to be a few sparks, I think.
Same as in the 5th Wars with a few more holes and dents, a flipping arm, and yes, the spinning disc, but I can't see that aerial lasting too long.
From Hemel Hempstead in Hertfordshire, Behemoth.
Fighting in a 5th Wars, only once failed to reach the heat final.
You've made some improvements to Behemoth.
Yes,
so it's
we
not
have.
quite as we've seen them before.
No, it's now 6-wheel drive, 12 mile an hour, larger ram, so much more power in them,
Much faster.
much more faster.
And the brand new bucket
Brand new bucket on it as
finishes
well.
it off nicely.
Yes, it does.
A heavyweight robot with pneumatic flipper and axe, not bad speed, manoeuvrability or reliability, and should get through this first battle, I think.
From Shipley near Bradford, Trident.
Horrible, gruesome, nasty, not the machine.
No, I know. First glance, you're thinking, oh, they're really scary. You've got horrible mouths and a white coat. They're really intimidating. It's their first time here, so we've got to be nice to them. This is the Tridente team. Lovely robot, nasty spikes, planning to do some damage. You want to know who you're up against?
Yes, we do.
Derek 2, Disco Inferno, and then the one with the history, Behemoth.
Behemoth. Well, Behemoth does have a very large axe and a scoop, so we could get caught in traps. But my particular fear is Disco Inferno with
Is
that
it?
very large spinning disc.
Spinning discs aren't very nice, and they could have
be
your
trouble.
traction off in no time, couldn't they? And as for you,
A tracked oval body with a single front spike and dual rear spikes can drive either way up, but it needs to attack by charging in, and the aerial can be easily lost for me.
From Cambridge, in Cambridgeshire, Disco Inferno.
Yes, ready to dance, but will it be an early cha-cha or ta-ta?
everyone's quite worried about your disc.
Yeah, it's a bit vicious.
What's the speed of it?
About 1,000 RPM.
1,000?
Yeah.
That's not very fast.
Well, it's pretty fast. It weighs 30 kilograms as well.
Right, okay.
It's got a fair bit of power to it.
The flywheel is mounted on an invertible robot with flashing disco lights, 30 mile an hour top speeds, one of the quickest ever. Could go all the way, this one.
Roboteers, stand by.
The team's together then. Derek 2 there on the left-hand side, captained by Ian Rotherham. Tridentate, captained by Robert McDougall. And Behemoth with Anthony Pritchard captaining and driving on the left-hand side. Disco Inferno captained by Mark Marshall. In the arena for the house robot, Shunt with the bulldozer scoop and the axe. And alongside the mighty Shunt, the mightier Sir Kittle.
3, 2, 1.
So this melee for a place in the second round of this final heat. Behemoth's new bucket immediately into gear and flipping Derek 2 over in fine style. But see little Tridentate having a little dig at Behemoth. Did you see that? Over goes Derek. We'll wait and see whether they can self-right. I mentioned early on that I felt the aerial was very vulnerable, but they're okay. Derek 2, they're off and running. And side by side, slamming Behemoth over the flame pit. Again, Tridentate, the little red tank-like machine is trundling around there. That's the first really we've seen of Disco Inferno on the offensive. Derek 2 is against the side walls. You saw the team there, captained by Ian Rotherham. Frank Rotherham and Carl Morris making up that team. Another good attack by Disco Inferno. There are the Behemoth boys, Anthony and Michael Pritchard and Kane Aston. Quite impressed with Tridentate. Spooky, don't go back in there, Cam, or whatever you do. Now, Sir Killalot just has a look out. The Behemoth boys looking out as well. What's happened to Tridentate? Has it suddenly become immobilised? We'll keep you up to date on that one. Derek 2 seems to be in trouble as well, which leaves these two as the favourites to go through. Behemoth and Disco Inferno, always likely to be that, to be honest. And Disco Inferno, for me, has the pace to go all the way as Derek 2 is being counted down and out. Went out in the Heats round 1 to Dominator 2 in Robot Wars, the 5th Wars, and they're going to fall again here. Derek 2 have gone, says the ref bot. Tridentate will shortly follow, I would imagine. Disco Inferno. Can this go all the way in Robot Wars this time? Smoking Tridentate. Doing nothing. Behemoth slammed into Disco Inferno. Oh no, I wonder if Behemoth's done itself some damage there. And the ref bot coming in to have a look. And counting down Tridentate. Now it could well be that Behemoth is just survived by the countdown. They might have done themselves damage for later on, but Tridentate's going to go anyway. Sprightly early on. No wag in the doggy tail. And Tridentate is about to go down into that pit. Enough to cause you nightmares. If you're the Tridentate team, that is. Robert McDougall and the man in the mask, Steve Mitchell. Over goes Derek 2. See it again. With it went Tridentate. One went one way, t'other went other. And again, Tridentate gets lifted off the floor. 91 kilos. Disco Inferno spinning its way through. The crowd want them down in the pit. The ref bot activates the pit release button. Oh! Behemoth's down! No, I think they could be in trouble for later on, Behemoth. We'll wait and see on that. Tridentate's going to follow. They were definitely eliminated. Are they all going to go down there? There's not enough room, surely. Oh, don't make a fuss, Tridentate. Go on, Go on, get down. Down that pit. Seems to me they could all go down there. Derek 2's in. Oh, go on, leave Disco Inferno out. Quite right, too.
If you like that. Tridentate and Derek 2 do a double flip out of the competition. Behemoth, although they're in trouble, they go through along with Disco Inferno!
Look, this is the man behind the mask. Yeah, come around and give him a nice smile, because actually that mask is quite scary. There's nothing to be scared of, is there? No, in fact, there's nothing to be scared of anyway, because it's straight down the pit with it. But you were wiggling right to the end.
Well, you know, I had to try. I mean, we couldn't drive because of this thing. We got a smashed plate there.
See that there? If I put it at an angle, you can see what's going on. There's absolutely no way you could go anywhere.
We still had control of this bike, so I tried to fend off some of the robots with them, but it was a bit pathetic.
Come on, drive the trolley. You couldn't do the robot. What's that gunk there? Or somebody else's?
Someone from down the pit, I think, yeah?
Because let's face it, the pit was quite crowded, wasn't it?
There was a few of us in there, yeah. It was cosy. Yeah.
Well, you might as well go out in style if you're going to go out. Are you really gutted?
No, not really.
What would you redesign if you could?
I don't believe that, do you?
I do, actually. It's so laid back. What would you redesign? Come on, what would it be?
We'd change where the aerial was.
Because the aerial was there,
yeah,
and that was what happened to you.
Yeah.
That went, and you lost everything.
Behemoth.
They're the Behemoth team then, in that control pod together. Anthony, Michael, Pritchard and Kane Aston in the middle, Kane.
Bigger Brother.
Out comes Bigger Brother. The number 2 seeds. Ian Watts is driving. The flipper man, Joe Watts, and Ellie, his sister, alongside him.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena for the house robots, Shunt. Double trouble from those bulldozer buckets. And Sir Killalot, the claws and the lance.
3, 2, 1.
Bigger Brother. Only Razor stopped them last time. Behemoth getting the front bucket scoop though. Oh, into action very early on, and Bigger Brother's in trouble in the CPZ. Oh, brilliant self-righting. Magnificent stuff from Ian Watts driving. What a quick flip Bigger Brother has. Very deft, nippy across the arena, spinning a zero-turning circle. Over it goes again. Rights itself 96 kilos in weight, Behemoth 4 kilos heavier, with the waspish yellow and black stripes. But Bigger Brother just waiting its time to come up with a side attack because he knows he can get in underneath Behemoth's 3-centimetre yawning ground clearance and drive Behemoth against the arena sidewalls. Is he going to go out? The pit depressed button has been released. Behemoth's in trouble now. What a great fight. This is it. Piggyback, and down you go. Oh, what a good battle that was. And Ellie and Joe Watts and Dan Ince can celebrate. Oh, the Pritchard boys and Kane Aston did well. A much better machine. But when they got in underneath, waited their moment and flicked Behemoth up, it was always going to be in trouble. Up it went. Bigger Brother clamped, drove on and dumped them.
What a fantastic fight that was! Behemoth goes back to its pit. Bigger Brother, the second seed, are through!
I feel like crying boy. Yeah. You were gutted, aren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, you talk me through it. I thought you had it.
Yeah, we started off really well. It was charging around in there, was in control. We managed to get that one flip onto us, pushed us right up to the end, got the pit release, and then kind of clamped us on there, lined us up perfectly for the pit.
What did you think when you saw the draw?
Thought, oh no, Bigger Brother, you know, it's a flipper. So
How did you think you could beat them?
we was trying to get them out of the arena. That was the main key. We were nearly down this bottom corner, you know, with Shunt there.
I mean, you picked them up easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Oh yeah, the Ramblers in there now are much more powerful.
It'll pick up 3 robots with no problem. It's the phenomenal amount of power there, not only on the flipper but the drive as well, so we'll push them around.
It's such a pity, you know, when such a good robot doesn't even make the heat final. I mean, you must be devastated, really.
Yeah, we are.
You thought it was your year, I bet, didn't you?
Yeah.
Come back. Don't lose heart.
No.
I'm sure one day you guys are going to get this championship.
Yeah, well, we've got a good chassis there now, so it's ready for the next wars.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please go ballistic for Behemoth! Look at that smiling face. That was a good fight, wasn't it?
Yes.
I bet your bottle went a bit at the beginning when they picked you up and threw you around like that.
Yes.
Did you enjoy that, Ellie?
Yes, really great.
Your dad's built a good robot, hasn't he? Do you do the weapons?
Yes.
So was it you doing the flipper?
Yes.
Well, you're really good at that, aren't you? Good timing.
Yes.
You're so good talking when we're back out there, but as soon as we get here, it's yes, no, yes, no. Dad,
Yeah, mate.
you got to go all the way this time?
Well, we've got to try and do one better, but we're going to do our best. Put it that way.
Yeah, the tactics work for you, though.
Yes.
I mean, the robot's in good shape.
Thank you.
Everyone's scared to pieces of it. So,
No.
and you. So let's hope you go all the way. Ladies and gentlemen, bigger brother!
Are you all organic?
Completely organic. Actually, we're genetically modified.
What are you...
So,
oh, no! What are you doing here?
we're just sharpening bits up. We've run out of things to do.
Look, yeah, are they in a state? Okay, they're happy to be up against you because you're in bits on the floor. What's going on?
We've been giving it a bit of a service recently.
Just a service?
Yeah.
You sure it's just a service, or is there anything wrong with it?
No, there's been no repairs or anything. It's just general maintenance, really.
Okay, and how's it looking?
It's looking alright, I think.
You're up against the carrot.
Yeah, we've been eyeing them up all day, you know.
Have you?
Yeah.
Feel confident?
No, but...
The mouth is working, but no sounds are coming out. Let's hope the robot works.
Killer Carrot 2.
Out comes the vegetable then, belonging to Rob Adam Engelbright. Little Adam there.
Disco Inferno.
More mature team perhaps. Mark Marshall, Nick Bullock and Oliver Reed-Smith.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena, Matilda for the house robots. Good to see you, Tildy, with the flywheel and the tusks. And shunts back again.
3, 2, 1.
Now, the killer has been a bit of a trooper. I love my carrot super. Shredded carrot. Will be to guess on the end of that spinning blade, and part of the killer carrot comes off. That 30 kilo, 1,000 RPM spinning blade of Disco Inferno already wreaking havoc out there and bumping and bashing into Killer Carrot 2. And Disco Inferno, I said right at the start of the program, could go all the way in Robot Wars the 6 Wars. I think it has what it takes. And Killer Carrot 2, little Adam was looking on, opens its yawning jaws to try and trap Disco Inferno and drag, but it's not going to work, I don't think. Killer Carrot 2 is actually the heavier of these two. I think those wheels are exposed, you know. It's got a high ground clearance at the front. Well, one of the wheels even more exposed now. Disco Inferno very much on top. That's what it doesn't want to do, though. If it drives on, the flipper lifter can raise 160 kilos. That front lifter of Killer Carrot 2. Disco Inferno, 98 kilos. No trouble then to hoist. I think that's their main worry. If Disco Inferno get too near the arena sidewalls, Killer Carrot 2 could yet flip them out. Can they try a flip? Disco Inferno backing away. Well driven there. Nicky Bullock is at the controls. You saw him in the pitch. The Disco Inferno, boy, they're in the middle. You see him there? Mark Marshall, the captain, is at the weapons. Sensitive at this moment. Rob Engelbright, what's he doing here with Killer Carrot 2? Is it fully manoeuvrable, or is one of those tyres been punctured, I wonder? What's Disco Inferno doing here? Spinning in the disco lights? What are they doing? Showing off, I would think. Or maybe they're just heating up that blade for extra purchase on the surface of Killer Carrot 2 with the fluorescent orange paint and the Lexan aluminium armour, which I thought all along was a wee bit thin and flimsy. What's happened to Disco Inferno? What's happened to Disco Inferno? They are on fire! And in comes the ref bot. Could this be a huge surprise? I wonder if Killer Carrot 2 were fully mobile by the time that Disco Inferno caught fire. The clock is ticking down. I've got a suspicion that Killer Carrot 2 may have been immobilised by then, because they're certainly not fully mobile. But it's gone to the judges. They'll have to decide. They're brainier than me, let's face it. They can read and write.
Well, no clear winner there. So let the judges judge. While they're making up their mind, let's review that hot robo action.
Craig, for aggression and damage caused, the marks have to go to Disco Inferno. But the big question is Killer Carrot 2 stuck in there? Why did Disco Inferno get themselves on the flame pit? They caught fire, and then the ref bot went in and put them out. Were they still mobile at this point? That's the killer for me.
The judges have made their decision. They're looking at style, control, damage, and aggression. This wasn't easy. It's a bit controversial. They've gone for Disco Inferno! Well, you must be a bit upset.
No. We thought they were going to win.
Well, there was
look, they've got the best offensive weapon. They chopped us up into tiny little pieces. Look, there's little pieces of us little all over there. That bit there, and I think they're taking it all away.
All right, calm
taking
down,
it all
slow
away.
down. There was bits of grated carrot everywhere, wasn't there, at the end?
Yeah.
So you thought you'd lost then, did you?
Yep. We planned it. We knew we were going to lose. And I said to Dad, I'm not going to be unhappy because when we lose.
It's concerning because you look so cheerful. You wouldn't have guessed you lost. How did the fight went for you?
Well, I thought we'd had it, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
But then their controls seemed to go, and they seemed to end up in the side. And we tried to go and get them out, but Refport got in the way and wouldn't let us out. Let us at them. So
I thought you held your own really well, and once they were on fire. That's why I thought it was controversial. I thought, as damage goes, I know you were a bit damaged, but like they were on fire. I thought you might have swung the decision, but it wasn't to be.
No matter.
And you're not too upset?
Nope, I'm not.
That's brilliant. Cheers. Let's hear it. Killer Carrot. Whoa. Yeah. What do you think? Skinny, seat of your pants.
Yeah, it was all going really well to start
It was
with.
going at the start really well.
And then something in the robot burst into flames, and it also went downhill from that point.
Obviously. And what was it that caught fire?
We're not sure. It was some part of the electronics. It was like one of our motors or one of our speed controllers, or something's not right with the electronics.
All right then. Good luck for the heat final. Ladies and gentlemen, Disco Inferno!
Bigger Brother team, fresh from victory, but about to go into the final for Disco Inferno. Okay.
Shades of last year, really, with Hypnodisc.
People get very, very worried about that disc. It's a good disc. It's probably as good as Hypnodisc.
Big, powerful spinner. But we have uprated ourselves. Oh, hang on, got it here. They've got to get through that.
Where are you going to put that then?
That lives all over the back of the robot. It's twice as thick as it was last year. And as you remember, Hypno didn't get through last year.
Yeah.
So
they shouldn't get through at the back?
Theoretically, this is.
At the back?
Yeah, all right. There is a small flaw in the plan.
Tyres?
No, the tyres are all covered up, actually.
They're all covered up?
All covered up.
The front?
The front is thinner, but then it's more of an angle, so... Oh, hell, I don't know.
Joe, if they're going to do the front, what do you do?
We're going to flip them.
Thank you. OK, let's go and see what they say about that. Because the Disco Inferno team are working. But these guys never stop working on their robot and always say to me the same thing when I ask, what are you doing?
Giving it a service.
Yes. Bigger Brother team, they've got quite a lot of protection around their robot.
Yeah.
Have you sussed out where that is?
Well, all over it.
Where's their vulnerable spot for your disc?
I don't think they've got one, to be honest with you. Unless we can strip a whole panel off by shearing all the bolts that hold it on, if we get it from just the right angle, we might be able to do that, but...
Am I detecting a little shakiness here?
Yeah, we think it might be quite brief and will be over the side.
You saw their last battle then?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty formidable.
It was clinical, yeah.
Well, I'll let you carry on with your little service
Okay.
then, shall I?
Thanks very much.
Ooh, Bigger Brother and Disco Inferno. How much did that fire earlier on damage Disco Inferno, I wonder? And can Bigger Brother get the big, powerful flipper in? Well, Professor Martin Smith from the University of Central England's joined us. He's one of our judges, of course. Has to be impartial. What about the strengths of these two?
Well, Bigger Brother, he's had a lot of experience driving. He's a very, very good driver. He's got a very powerful flipper. He's got some cunning electronics in there with a gyro. He's got it in there with a very good chance.
And what about the other machine?
Disco Inferno, a very strong weapon. It's very fashionable now at the moment. These high-speed discs, they're very, very destructive. So he's got a very good chance too. It'll be a close fight.
Disc against flipper. It's interesting the way the weapons have developed over the years.
Yes. Well, of course, last year and the previous year, the flippers were very much in fashion following Chaos 2's great success. But since Hypnodisc has come on the scene, a lot of people are building powerful cutting discs.
Okay. Well, in this one, I'll tell you where I'm going to go. I'm going to go for Bigger Brother.
Neither of these robots is going to leave the war zone without having put up an awesome fight, which means prepare for a brutal heat final!
Bigger Brother.
They look very good, don't they? The number 2 seeds, Ian Watts driving, Joe and Ellie with him.
Disco Inferno.
And we've had service with a smile from Mark Marshall, Nick Willock and Oliver Reed-Smith.
Roboteers, stand by.
And in the arena for the house robots, Sir Killalot, huge and heavy and ominous. Shunt is in there again.
Three, two, one.
Don't forget, they're fighting for the one remaining series semi-final place. The Disco Inferno boys feared it would be over very, very quickly. They need to stay in the centre of the arena, otherwise Bigger Brother will flip them straight out. And Disco Inferno is trying a side-on attack. Now, Disco Inferno is very vulnerable to attack from the rear. They realise that and quickly scuttled away from Bigger Brother. Did you notice that? They're trying basically to stay out of trouble. They get themselves in a right old pickle, Disco Inferno. And they're on the arena sidewalls. They've got Sakil on one side. They've got the Bigger Brother Flipper the other side. Talk about between a rock and a hard base. Oh! Bigger Brother's in there again. And lifting Disco Inferno up. Bigger Brother only once has failed to reach a series semi-final. And again, progressive, but Disco Inferno is still in there fighting. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? It's Flipperman! Little Joe Watts at the controls. And Bigger Brother with Joe at the weapons, ready to flip Disco Inferno another time. 5 centimetres of ground clearance, Disco Inferno, an Achilles heel to come into the arena with that sort of ground clearance. They're on the angle grinder. In drives Bigger Brother once again, on top throughout this heat final. What can Disco Inferno do here? Just stay in there, I would think. Is their spinning disc still rotating? I don't think it is really. Are the disco flashing lights still flashing? I don't think they are. Maybe flickering like their hopes, flickering only to fade. Bigger Brother somehow has released the pit. You can hear there the alarm, and it's just a matter of time, isn't it? Before the axe of shunt comes down, and it's the slow dance, the last dance of the night. And they chose to exit very quickly. Why not, eh?
What a fight! What a fight! Disco Inferno dance out of the competition. Bigger Brother, they go through. sorry, but that was cowardice.
Yeah, very so. Discretion was a better part of valour. We were stuck between Kill a Lot and Bigger Brother. Our control and weapon had gone, and so we just thought,
we'll go
and hide at the one safe place in the whole arena.
You couldn't really get to grips with it, could you?
No, our disc broke really early on, and it was so well armoured that it was unlikely we were going to go through anyway. So.
Yeah. When you, the second seeds, they're a tough old robot.
Yeah.
How did you think you were going to beat them? I mean, what was your plan?
I don't know, we were just going to try and ram them as hard as we could with the disc going as fast as possible and just hope that something broke, but it didn't.
And then when plan A didn't work, plan B was...
Run and hide.
Get out of there.
Run and hide. Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, that's been good.
Great. What are the plans for the robot?
I think we need the disc going a bit faster, really. Yeah, there's some more powerful spinners than us now. We need to get it going quicker.
Actually.
Yeah.
We hope to see you again, dancing your way to glory. Ladies and gentlemen, Disco Inferno! Well, that was good, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
What was your plan for the fight? What do you think you were going to try and do?
Well, flip him out of the arena.
Flip him out of the arena? You couldn't quite get hold of him, though, could you?
No, it was very slippery on the floor.
Yeah.
Not enough friction.
You're the second seed. Do you think you're going to go all the way?
Might.
Might.
We're in the semis. We might go for it.
Who are you scared of? I mean, because you're in the semis now. You've got robots like Terahertz, Tornado, Hypnodisc. Which one would you rather fight, and who would you like to avoid?
Hypnodisc.
Yeah, it's a very destructive robot. What about you, Dad?
They have been worried, this lot. There's a strong spinner. They chopped up Killer Carrot early on.
They did. It was brazen carrot at the end, wasn't it?
I was really pleased their spinner broke early on.
Yeah.
I was really being chopped up as well.
What about the series semis? Who do you want to avoid, and who would you like to fight?
I don't know. I haven't a clue.
Take all comers now, do you think?
I have to, because sooner or later you're going to meet them anyway. So they're all horrible in their own ways. We fought some before, so we know their strengths and weaknesses, and we just don't even like to think about it, really.
I suppose to be the best, you've got to beat the best, haven't you?
Damn right.
You're the last of our semi-finalists, and good luck in the semi-finals. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Bigger Brother! Bigger Brother's spoken, it's laid down the laws. Another robot is evicted from Robot Wars. Bye-bye.